You're watching Cayuga Bytes.
Welcome to Cayuga Bytes. My name is Mike. Joining me today is a large group: Josh Hart, Caleb Roden, Pat Mahunik, and Corinne Stevens. We got a full house today. How's everyone doing?
Good. Fantastic.
Good, fantastic. All right, that's good. That's good. So this is our last Cayuga Bytes this semester. It's very emotional for me. This is gonna be my last Cayuga Bytes ever. I've loved being host. I've loved being in class with you all, and it's been fun writing this semester, and I wish I could do it again, but unfortunately I can't just be a part of the Collegian. I have to take classes as well, and this will be my final semester taking classes at CCC. Does anyone have any thoughts or any you want to talk about your experience here on Cayuga Bytes or with the Collegian?
Yeah, sure. I've always enjoyed doing Cayuga Bytes when I had the time to, and the Collegian was a great way to learn how to really just understand journalism and understand how to really explain things and make it interesting for viewers and readers, and just had a fun time doing it overall.
Awesome. Glad to hear.
This has been a really fun time getting to work on Cayuga Bytes and the Collegian. I've learned a lot about what goes on in the world of journalism and what it takes to actually write like an actual like good news article. Like it's a very big task with a lot of steps, but it's once you get the hang of it, it's very simple. Obviously, it's been really fun being part of this show and getting to talk about just anything and everything that's been going on recently. And yeah, it is kind of unfortunate that this is my last planned semester here as a student, and this will most likely be my last time on this show. But I still might be around. Like, I might still visit the college occasionally as like an alumni, and still just see how things are going down at the telecom building, because yeah, it's been a really fun time, and I definitely would it's definitely something I would like to like revisit.
And alumni too, I don't know, because I don't think you're in the class too, but it would be a good thing to know for everybody as well. I don't know how far spread the knowledge is, but Steve Keeler actually said, if you're a part of the alumni, which, you are forever, you're more than welcome to still sign out equipment as long as it doesn't interfere with any of the students signing out equipment. So, obviously the students come first, but if you're alumni, you're more than welcome to say like, hey, I'm alumni. I've given you my email, which I'm sure you can email to Steve Keeler, and I want to sign out this certain equipment for a certain amount of time. So it's interesting because people are still able to do that.
Josh, I liked how you pointed out when you became a part of the newspaper, the journalism class. I didn't know how much went into putting together a news story. I kind of thought that, well, with news, you can send stories to newspapers like, hey, here's a story you could cover. But it's a lot of finding the story. I thought stories came to the newspaper, but really it's going out and finding the story yourself, and then interviewing, putting the story together, making sure everything looks good, getting approved by your editor. So there's a lot that goes into it that people don't see. So our very own Josh Hart won a SUNY Chancellor's Case Award, which is for success with academics and extracurriculars. It's only bestowed upon a little over 100 students throughout the whole SUNY system. It's a pretty big deal. I want to congratulate Josh, as being his classmate. I've seen the hard work that he puts in and the growth that has occurred over the past. I've been with you since over the past year, I've seen it. And I think that whatever you choose to do, Josh, I think you'll be good at because of the pure effort that you put into everything you do. You don't put in 50%, you're a 110% person. And I think that anyone would value that in an employee. And seeing how you've learned to become a journalist with the Collegian, I think the sky's the limit. I don't think there's anything you can't do.
But thank you, Mike, for those very kind words. They really mean a lot to me.
I just want to congratulate you, Josh, on earning a Chancellor's Award for Excellence. And it is a very difficult thing to win. And the fact that you won it, especially at a college in all of the SUNY system that is very small, says a very big thing about you and what you've been able to achieve here at Cayuga. So I am so proud of you, and I know you're going to have a successful, fun career. And I really hope they conveyed to you how huge a deal this is, right?
Yeah, it is a very big deal.
A very big deal. You're the only student in my 23 years to earn one. So I am proud down to my toes, and it's not an easy thing to achieve, but you did it, and it's all facets of you that made you grow and become who you are today. And I can't express enough congratulations to you. And perhaps some of your classmates would like to chime in. Anybody?
I mean, I just think it's incredible. There's only 135 students in the whole SUNY system who get that award.
Yes.
And I'm guessing hundreds, I don't know if there's hundreds of thousands, but there's a lot of freaking SUNY students. So that's a very hard thing to do. And I applaud you. That's amazing, honestly.
Absolutely. Congrats, Josh.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, well, if you think about it, SUNY is in every big city in New York State where they have a bigger gene pool going to the school. So it is a wonderful honor. And I think we all should be honored to have known Josh and studied with him, and his attitude is contagious. So I'm just so happy. And Pat?
I've known Josh actually since elementary school. We both went to Owasco, and even back then, what he was known for is just being a really kind kid and always just wanting to help others. And throughout high school, throughout middle school, he was a year ahead of me, so I was able to see it, but he was always just kind, caring, and helpful. And then working with him in college, still kind, that still same kindness was there, and that hard-working determination I finally got to saw from him was just incredible. And Josh, nobody deserves it in this department but you, in my opinion. So congratulations.
That was
Agreed.
really nice. Yeah. Yeah. So Josh, you not only have the admiration of the chancellor in the SUNY system, you have the admiration of your classmates, which is important as well. So thank you for being you.
So the virtual awards ceremony recently took place for the telecom department. I think everyone in here was a winner in one award or another. So we all received awards. Everyone here got an award at the virtual awards ceremony. My favorite that I got was the Telecom Faculty Award for Service to the Telecom Department, which Marianne Natoli and Craig Kaznowski also won, besides myself. This award is presented to graduates of the Telecom Department who distinguish themselves by service to the department, excellence in production skills, and exhibiting a willingness to serve as peer mentors. This is going to sound arrogant, but I had experience with production before I came to CCC, so without being a know-it-all, I tried to help my classmates for sure with everything from production to writing with the Collegian. I take a lot of pride in my production, so I want it to look good, and I want everyone else's to look good. I'm most proud of this. I got best video for my basketball remake, but that was more fun than hard work, and I feel like the telecom award that I received for my service to the department means more to me because I worked harder for it. That makes sense.
The award I won was in TV production. I won best historical video for a documentary I did on the Fort Hill Cemetery in Auburn. One of them was me, and then I also tied with Cody Swartwood for the National Warplane Museum experience. It was quite an experience making that, and I was pleasantly surprised with how well it turned out. It is actually available on YouTube if anyone wants to see it. I've actually also sent it to the Auburn School District and the Equal Rights Center in downtown Auburn for them to use for teaching about history. So this video is actually getting some usage by local organizations, which to me makes it even more special. But yeah, this was a fun documentary to make, and I'm glad I was able to pull it off as well as I did.
Congratulations.
The award I'm most proudest of that I got was Best Commercial for my ad for Diego's Uppercuts Barbershop. It's just two reasons mainly why I'm proud of it. It was, unlike you, Mike, you had media opportunities before college. I haven't, so shooting that ad, editing it, and putting it all together was kind of my first time ever doing it by myself. So it was really fun and kind of challenging, but it was really rewarding at the end. As well as the owner, Craig Diego, has just been a family friend of mine since I was a child, basically. Just so I've known him for a while, so being able to help him out was really awesome too. Just being able to help make a commercial that he can also use to help out his business was just fantastic as well.
I heard that he posted it on the local Auburn business like Facebook group.
All he told me was he was gonna post it, and I was just like, he was probably just gonna post it on his Facebook page. So
My hairstylist told me they saw it, so you're out there, Pat.
yeah, but that's all that matters. As long as he gets business out of this, and I'll see this as a success.
I got communicator, communicator award. It's for service to the telecom department. And then I got the best instructional video, which I just kind of was saying like how to draw with graphite. I think I made that video. I was drawing that hand. It took me a while. I think it took me like probably 2 hours just to draw it and get the shading and stuff. I mean, yeah, and then I just kind of had to figure out how to really like time lapse it and cut it to where like all the important parts, all the important like key factors of like, okay, this is what you do to get to this kind of area. Like you need to, like see where all your dark and like light values are before you can highlight, just add some like extra lines here and there. So yeah.
Pat and I actually won an award together. We both got best editing, so I guess would be my favorite. Kind of the same reason as Pat. I didn't really have any experience with editing prior to doing this. It was kind of like a first shake at it. So I'm glad somebody liked it. I guess I did all right.
I thought your editing was great. So
thank you.
And here we have a clip of our faculty supervisor, Mary Merritt, presenting Caleb Roden the Neela Hunter Biden Award.
Thank you, Steve. And if you recognize that name, Neela Hunter Biden, it is because she is the former wife of our current president. However, she was tragically killed in a car accident along with her infant daughter. And she has a connection to Auburn with the Hunter family, the ones that own the Dinerant in the village or in the downtown area. And in her memory, they all set up an award to honor someone who has promise in the field of journalism. And I have the distinct honor of presenting that award to Caleb Roden this year because Caleb I first met in my public speaking class, and he was on the baseball team, and there were 3 other baseball players in my class, so it made an interesting semester of speeches. I know much more about baseball than I ever could know. And He always was enthusiastic. He always came to class. He was well written, well spoken. And then he continued with me in the journalism course. And despite the pandemic obstacles, has worked to try to bring the games to people who weren't allowed to go watch the games, and came up with an idea to do that. So I feel he is worthy of this award because he wants to go into media law, and I want to give him a good head start because I think he has a ton of potential to be a very successful person. So congratulations, Caleb.
Thank you very much, Mary. That means a lot.
Graduation, May 23rd. Who is going to be attending? Will your family be watching with you? I'm going to be working more than likely, so I'm going to try and get someone to cover my shift, but no guarantees.
Yeah, I'll probably also be working, so I'll probably also have to have someone take my shift. So
Yeah, Pat and I'll graduate together at Dix.
Is it hard to ask your boss for time off for a virtual ceremony? That's
Or,
just-
notice more than a month in advance as to when it's going to be and what time of day. That would have been nice. I've had to call off work for education purposes, and I think that that's just really messed up that, we have to do that because there's kids out there who don't even work while they're in college, right? And then they get to go do every opportunity at the college. They can always make the event. They can always cover this or that because they have no other obligations. So then how is it fair that we're working full time? And I have a son. It's just, it's frustrating. So the Spartan softball team only has 9 players. They were on a winning streak, which ended, which is too bad. Do you know if people are injured, or was it COVID restrictions, or?
I talked to Andrew Poole, and he didn't say exactly what it was. He just kind of, explained that their season is over because they had some sort of ineligibility, whether it's injury, academically, whatever. He didn't say because he can, obviously. But he said that they were aware of that when they started the season with 9 players, that was always a possibility. So it's unfortunate. I believe that means that all their wins are forfeited. I'm not too sure, but they did finish 7-10 if they don't forfeit all their wins, and they have no chance for playoffs now, which they were in the running for. As far as, their record and their seeding, they were probably going to make it, but they're not now. They can't. So as unfortunate as that is, that's the way it goes, I guess.
So if they have 9 players on their team,
It takes 9 to field the team total. So they can't even they don't have a full field.
wow.
So now they only have 8. And it's not like Little League that you can leave, you can have an outfielder cover 2 positions anymore. They don't really like that too much. Baseball, on the other hand, they played well the other day. Brendan Williams got his 2nd straight shutout for his pitching outing. He only gave up 2 hits. They won the first game 6-0 and then lost the second game 8-6, I think. And they're 12-14 now overall, and they finished 3rd in the division, and they're waiting on other contests to see who they're going to play for the first round of the playoffs. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we should know
That's
by
exciting.
the end of this week where they
That's
sit with that.
Playoffs.
Yeah, playoffs for their only the 3rd season, 2nd real season of the team. So soccer, they are 3-1. They have a game today actually versus Herkimer at 4, I believe, and then they play again the 11th at Tompkins Community College, and that's the end of their seasons. We'll see how they do for the last 2 games. I don't know if they have playoffs because I know it's a spring season. I don't know if they're going to have a tournament per se for junior college or if they're just done after the season. I believe they're just done, but that may change. I don't know.
I mean, they were JUCO champions a few.
Yeah, they're ranked 7th in the country, I believe.
Ambas last year for baseball, right?
I believe so. I'm not too sure actually, because there was talk that he may come back. There was talk that he's gone to Florida. I don't know what exactly he's. Either way, I mean, I played underneath him. He's a great guy, great coach. we always knew he wasn't going to finish his coaching career here. I mean, he had a plan that when he retired from his job that he was going to go to Florida, and that we all knew that was the plan before I even started playing with him. So if that's what he does, that's good for him. Very sad to see him go, but he's a great coach, and hopefully he'll be able to coach other people in the future and give them the same information he gave me.
I mean, he coached Tim LeCastro, plays for the
Yep.
Diamondbacks.
He's coached quite a few people who have made it quite far in the major league system. So he's a fantastic coach.
Just goes to show how great of a coach he is.
There is spectators now. They're not really regulated who comes into the park, to be honest with you. The gate's just kind of open. But everybody I've seen there is wearing their mask. Everybody's sitting kind of far apart because Falcon Park's pretty big, so there's not that many people there because I haven't seen anybody from the away teams really come and watch the game. It's pretty much just been the home fans, people's families and friends watching.
When you say no regulation, do you mean there's not a security guard there at all to keep an eye on everybody?
No. The only person who's there who works for the college is Jeff Says, who's in the announcer's booth, and the athletic directors, and Andrew Poole, who's not standing at the door. That's it.
Studio and Art Design is pleased to present the Spring 2021 Student Art Exhibit. Art students were invited to submit entries from works created this spring semester. Please vote for the People's Choice Award. You can submit your vote by emailing it to melissa.johnson@cayuga-cc.edu. You can find all of the art in the Collegian, and voting concludes on Friday, May 21st at 11:59 p.m. The winner will be announced on May 22nd. I don't have a personal favorite as of right now. I wanted to look over the options and see how I felt. Does anyone have any vote yet?
I do see there are plenty of options to choose from, so
There are. That's why I'm trying to, take my time. Pat learned about how to break into the media business with a SOMA panel discussion on Zoom.
I was able to attend a webinar with about 7 panelists from all over the central and western New York area, basically New York State, how to get into the field of broadcasting as well as marketing into the broadcasting field as well. So they talked about what do they look for in an on-air talent, as well as what do they look for in someone in marketing. And it's pretty similar to each other. And they really look for enthusiasm and creativity mainly, rather than how properly they write. They want to have somebody who can create something good, I would say, and create a good story.
Yeah, I attended myself, and I thought that there was a lot of good gems they gave out as far as what they were looking for in hire. The head of Finger Licks Radio mentioned how someone mailed him a project, a very creative project, and a whole poster board as to why they should be hired and all these reasons and their portfolio and their projects. And he said he was so impressed with that he hired her. I'm really nervous to put on a resume Adobe Premiere Pro or Photoshop because I've used them, but I'm no expert, right? So I've been nervous to put that on my resume. And then the one lady said, we're not expecting you to be a top tier video editor. We want to teach you. We want to help you learn how we do things.
That's another thing. They really look for students. They look for hiring. They want to look for people also they can train as well to find their special skills. They're not gonna try to force you to become something good at something you're not. They're just gonna try to help you figure out what you are good at so you can some way help out. And that's what I think is really important with this field. It's even if you go for something, you get hired for something and you're not the best at it, you can find something new and still work and still contribute to the show.
COVID restrictions are easing. State University of New York Chancellor Jim Malatras announced SUNY campuses will adopt the latest CDC guidelines to ease outdoor mask requirements for vaccinated individuals. Students, faculty, and staff on SUNY's campuses who are fully vaccinated 2 weeks following the final dose of any vaccine may now gather or conduct activities outdoors without wearing a mask, except in certain crowded settings and venues. The guidance is effective immediately for the final weeks of the spring semester and any upcoming summer classes on campus. Anyone who's not yet fully vaccinated must continue to wear a mask. Do we have any thoughts on this?
I think it's great. It's a great step forward. Last Thursday, I got my second shot, so I'm in a little less than 2 weeks. I'll be fully vaccinated. So yeah, I feel like it's a good step forward, and I hopefully it encourages more people to actually take the vaccine, because I know there's a lot of hesitation out there still.
Yeah, I agree. I really hope that these new guidelines will encourage more people to help stand up against the virus, and hopefully we'll get a lot more vaccines out of this, because that'd be amazing.
I had to go to my pharmacy today, and I think they were literally, I don't know, I can't believe how easy it is. I don't think people realize how easy it's become just because so many people are now discouraged, especially because the CDC is, saying one thing and then, saying, oh, wait, maybe don't do that. But, I mean, the pharmacy I went to was like, this is our last dose of the vaccine for today. Do you want it? And I was like, sure. I can't believe that it's that easy. So
Yeah, you can go to the fairgrounds and just walk in Monday through Friday.
I had 2 different experiences with the fairgrounds on my 2 different shots. Ooh, geez. So the first one, I waited 50 minutes in line to get my shot.
5-0 or 1-5?
5-0.
Oh.
I was in and out in 10 minutes total today.
Yeah, that's why I was in the parking lot of Destiny while we were doing our pitch projects, because it took so long to get the shot. But the second shot, I just walked in and there was absolutely no line. Just none at all, and I was just in there and out there instantly, basically. So it was kind of weird just going in there a second time to just see absolutely no line after waiting almost an hour the first time.
I didn't really wait very much at all. I mean, it took me about 5 minutes to actually get in because of all the paperwork and stuff and all the tables you have to go to. But I pretty much just got right in, and the only time I really had to wait was the 15 20 minutes. The time you have to wait afterwards, after you have the shot. That's really the only waiting I had to do.
As someone who wears glasses, as soon as I can stop wearing my mask, I'm going to. Anyone else with glasses can tell you that it is a nightmare having your glasses constantly fog up. Governor Cuomo is set to reopen the state fair, but reimagined. He announced plans for the 2021 New York State Fair. It's going to be a special end-of-summer celebration at the fairgrounds in Syracuse from August 20th to September 6th. Featuring food and drink, live music, rides, entertainment. But it's going to happen in 4 different concurrent festivals that'll take place exclusively outdoors at the fairgrounds. He says, I hope it can serve a unique situation for New Yorkers who have made so many sacrifices during this pandemic, while allowing visitors from across the state and the country to enjoy some of the best attractions the fair has to offer, with all necessary safety guidelines in place. I am thrilled. I love the fair. I'm also nervous because I don't know exactly how it's going to go. Like many things within this pandemic reopening, they're kind of just saying, we're going to do it. And we're all saying, well, how's it going to work? They're like, it's going to happen. Attend. Do you guys like the fair? Or are you, no, the fair is horrible and dirty and gross?
I, for some reason, just go for the rides because I'm like, hey, if I almost die, it's fun.
I get motion sick, so I go for the concerts.
Well, I don't mind the fair. It's just like an outdoor Walmart. I mean, it's not that great.
Butterscotch.
You're right, it is.
Like, what?
But I saw Ice Cube for free.
Oh yeah, I go to the concerts. I love the concerts because they're free. It's great. But other than that, I'll spend one day a year maybe just to say I went. That's about it.
I'm not a concert person, so I think the only concert I went to from the state fair was the Jonas Brothers when I was like 7.
Oh my god.
I went to
I
that
did
too.
see
but
Ice Cube though.
I saw Justin Bieber at the fair.
Okay, what, Mike?
Yeah, I won tickets to the 93Q booth. How could I not go? It was the VIP tent. I saw Selena Gomez with my eyes.
I think the fair is a really fun thing to do. I mean, because it's local and there's just like there's usually like just so much stuff to see that you need, in my opinion, you need like an entire day to like see everything. And obviously, it's a little bit different this year, but I'm happy that they're doing it.
People who don't like the mall generally don't like the fair. I think we can agree with that, right?
I'm alright with the mall. I just don't like the fair. I'm a big theme park nerd. I've like been to Disney World way too many times as a kid, basically. So like, and with Darien Lake like 2 hours away, I'm like probably go Darien Lake over the fair type of guy.
I think it's funny that I like horror movies and being scared by them, like the thrill of it, but I hate the feeling that roller coasters give you, like the free fall when you go over the, you know what I mean? I hate that.
I love that, and I hate horror movies with a dying passion. I like old school horror movies. Jump scare crap is garbage, I think. And I just hate I hate jump scare movies because I hate the fact that they got me, so I don't watch them.
Have you seen Hereditary?
I haven't seen Hereditary. The last like recent one I've seen is A Quiet Place, really, I think.
I liked that movie a lot. The Collegian got some praise from Steve Keeler, head of the department for telecom here at CCC. Steve said, "What a great final issue. Congratulations to Collegian advisor Mary Merritt and all of the student staff at the Collegian for all the work they did this year to keep the Collegian and Cayuga Bytes a vital part of life at the college. The Collegian is in need of staff for the fall. If you want to make a difference on campus, just send your resume and letter of intention to Mary G. Merritt at merritt@cayuga-cc.edu to apply. Some positions may come with a paycheck. Don't waste another semester. Get involved now." I've really enjoyed this class this semester. I think I'm the only one besides Josh who attended every single class. Not to call you guys out, but being editor-in-chief, I kind of had to. Mary, I'm going to send a big thank you email to Mary in a few weeks, so I'm not going to make you guys sit through our talk or whatever. Josh, you've been an amazing co-host. Caleb, you killed it on sports. Pat, you were never here in person, but you did a great job writing articles, and for that, I thank you.
Sorry about that.
Dix comes first.
It was sports production.
Corinne, you, not to be rude, you started out slow and you really picked it up, and I'm really happy with how you finished strong, and I think you did a great job. And tell your dad to stop disrupting the class.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Mike, thanks. Yeah, we loved you too. This has been a great semester. Thanks, guys.
It's been a great
I really enjoyed this semester with you all completely. I think even though we're on Zoom, we made Cayuga Bytes a success. And the Collegian was that glue for everyone on campus to stay in touch. So thank you for all your hard work.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mary.
Mary.
My pleasure. If I turned any one of you into a journalist, then my job is done. I have a passion for journalism and I have a passion for teaching. And you guys helped me do both of those things this semester, so I couldn't be happier.
One last zoom out, guys.
Yes.
Zoom out.
Zoom out.
You've been watching Cayuga Bytes.
You've been watching Cayuga Bytes. Have a good summer, guys.
Where do you want me to start, Mary?
Everything is news.
So, don't wake up trying to be offended.
Oh, wow.
Come on, people. Did you drink coffee today?
Moving on. Yeah, no one asked you.
Mike.
So,
I
his
still don't
favorite
really.
the raw emotion. Why are we talking about communism?
Oh, wow.
Oh God, go away. So,
You're becoming a TV distraction.
not enough. So,
Everything is news.
so,
Oh, wow.
make it all about you. So,
This is my last day of bossing people around.
so.
Oh, wow.
I forgot what I was saying, but just do what I asked, okay?
Yeah, no one asked you.
Oh, wow.
The enthusiasm today is just overwhelming me. I'm in tears.
So, I know
We
the
can't use
station, but
Dr.
we're not
Seuss
putting
anymore.
stars on bellies,
Missed opportunity.
I said you don't look a day over 26.
Oh,
Surveil.
stop! Stop making everything news. Caleb just killing it. Way to finish strong.
I'm a ruthless gatherer of news and information.
Get right down to it. Oh God, go away.
Mike is not smiling, which is bugging me.
Forget them. Leave Mary in the dust.
And
You in
maybe
Photoshop?
Ash. Dude,